everybody. Hey, Maria. Hey, Mara.
Hello.
We were just waiting on Addie, but I figured I would just start and do our old business and say hi to everybody. And by the time that's done, she'll probably be up.
Okay.
So I have learned now, because I bitched to YouTube for the umpteenth time about my tier pricing and why it's different. And now I have my answer. So if you have an Apple, which I do, and like most of my friends do, I know it's people, it's either you have an Apple or an Android. If you have an Apple, they charge you more if you order through your phone. So if you'd like to become a member and you have an Apple or iOS, do it through a computer, because if you have an Android, the prices are right. And if you do it through the computer, you have my first two tiers are 50% off. There's Addie. My first 2 tiers are 50% off the first month. So there's no way around it. I was going to redo the tiers, but there's no point now because the same thing will happen again. So if you want to become a member and you have an iPhone or an iPad or iOS, do it through a computer. For everybody else, do it through Android users. You could do it through your phone, but I'm not sure if the discounted rates are there. But I know that they're the right prices. And if you do it through a laptop or a desktop, you'll be good to go. You'll get the sale prices for the first month. So that's finally figured out. I don't have to redo everything. Because I was just really bitching about it last night. Bad. I tagged YouTube and everything. I'm like, what's going on? So that's the story. And it makes sense because why I don't plug cameos anymore is because if someone bought a cameo from me through iOS, Apple, money. So after Cameo takes their 30% and Apple takes your 30%, and you're only charging, I think my cameos were $25. I was making $10 a cameo or some crap like that. And our cameos take time, and we usually buy props, and we always usually lose money when we do cameos. So the riddle's been solved. There you go. So if you'd like to become a member and you have an Apple, just go to a computer and do it that way. What else?
Yeah, because getting that extra money, it's going right to Apple. So it's like a transaction fee or something.
And I don't want people paying extra, and I certainly don't want you paying extra to Apple. So do it that way. And I'm sorry, I had no idea, and I finally, thank God, I tagged YouTube in a million things last night because I was annoyed. So with that being said, what else do we have? Anything else that we need to address in the minutes?
I'll re-listen and catch up later.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So let me say hi to everybody, and then we'll start. Kirstie Alley just passed away. That was a big shocker.
No, I didn't know. Oh.
Yeah, from cancer, 71.
Oh wow.
And I don't get very upset when celebrities die, but she got me, because I grew up watching her in Cheers and Look Who's Talking. And
what kind of cancer did she have? Because I actually didn't even know she was fighting cancer.
I didn't either.
Let me see if I can find it. Passed away. Battle with cancer that was only recently discovered. So she just found out that she had it.
Oh.
Wow.
I don't know what kind. No.
That's really sad.
It is. And I know she was a great actress, and she always made me laugh. And so
she was hysterical.
That's a tough one to get past, but I love you, Kirstie Alley. And with that being said, let's get into it. Jewel, hello. Perfectly Imperfect.
Holistic. You missed holistic.
Jewel is the first one.
Holistic is the first on mine.
Hi, Holistic. I have StreamYard, then Jewel. So.
Oh, okay.
Jewel, Holistic, Perfectly Imperfect, Ruth Ann, Susie B, Michelle,
me,
you, Mel B, Patty S, Donnell, Elizabeth 88,
Veronica's Closet. Yes, that was a funny show.
Mm-hmm. Kathy Griffin was on that one. Dion. Oh, hey, Dion. And I hope you like my story. And guys, drop the link for Dion's store. Like I showed, Dion has amazing products in our Scentsy shop where our house smells like Christmas morning every day. It's great. And now my finger is not going down because I'm using my bougie touchscreen. Hold on.
Has a bougie touchscreen.
It's very bougie. I'm very Motel 6, and this computer is like very Four Seasons. Loving Life. Hello, Ashley, Nicole. Hello, Barbie. Roro, Digital Pen, Sheila, Patricia with a C. Ellie, hello. Dish with Mish, hello. Critolin. Oh no, what'd I do? I got a little handsy with my screen. Sorry. Too many fingers on my screen. Coco. I have like her, like I watch her tango like 5 times in a row and I have like the theme in my head. I'm struggling here.
I got them for you if you want.
Yeah, please.
Seraphim, Heaven's Real, Rita, Christina Bottom.
Christina B. Rita, hi. Heaven, hi. Seraphim.
There we go. We got them all now.
146, what's up? I think we're good. And if I missed you, I'll say hello to you in a hot minute. All right. So with that being said, let's get into Sister Wives. We got a lot to talk about. That one on.
He is. He's fabulous. And he's on the inside. That one on.
Everyone loves my bangs but Cody, but that's okay. So where do we start? Marie, you want to start off?
All right. It's been a month since Christina left, and so we're doing the first custody exchange. They're bringing Truly over to Robin's house. Everybody's a little anxious about it. It goes fine.
That was fun.
Truly doesn't know if she's staying the night. You think Cody would be like, Cody's like, where's your bag? And he goes, are you staying here? And she goes, I don't know.
No
Just
pressure.
so nonchalant.
Yeah. Mom says I can if I want. She says it's my decision. Okay.
Where was she gonna go if she didn't want to stay? I guess Janelle's.
She just probably, she go stay over in the RV. It's a good question.
And
Here's my question: Is Christine staying nearby right now, or is she?
No, Christine's in Utah.
Okay, so are they meeting like a halfway point, I guess, or something in exchange?
It's a great question.
I have no idea.
I was just curious because I thought maybe her mom was staying like in a hotel. That's why she had the choice if she wanted to stay or not.
That's a good. I didn't even think of that. That I would have. I don't think Cody would have did Christine any favors by like driving like halfway or like I would just think Cody be like, well, bring her to the house because I don't have time to separate myself from the Queen Robin. That's how I see it in my head, anyway.
She's not going anywhere. She's getting it. She's going to sleep in a big, gigantic T-shirt.
Yeah.
So she ain't going anywhere.
Throw a T-shirt.
Why'd you ask her, Cody?
Is that the only? Then we jump right into Janelle and Cody, right?
Yeah, we go right into them. They're eating out. They start off talking about Thanksgiving and
At the Fat Olive.
At the Fat Olive, yes.
The Fat Olive. Yeah, and Janelle saying this summer has been rocky, between her and Cody, and the trailer and the boys, i.e., like Garrison and Gabriel, and I guess Cody's saying that, like, they're talking about Thanksgiving, and Janelle knows what's up, and she's saying, I think it'd be easier if I just went to Maddie and Caleb's and spent Thanksgiving with them, and then we'll do Christmas here.
Which to me seems like it makes perfect sense. It's not worth all of the work you have to do for Thanksgiving. Everybody will be prepared and follow your rules and be ready for Christmas. Everybody will come here. We'll be together as a family. But for Thanksgiving, it's just not worth all this work. I mean, she didn't say that, but that's kind of what it was, right?
Yeah.
Which
makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But Cody was like, well, first of all, he starts mutilating his lemon.
Don't forget about the lemon mutilation, because
he's got his fork out and he's just really squeezing the heck out of this lemon while talking about basically, I don't know, that everybody's being a big jerk.
Yeah,
man.
There's a lot of stuff that needs to get done if they're going to come here. There's a lot under the bridge here that I'm not going to ignore.
And I'm not going to be comfortable if they're here and this unsolved Robert Stack mystery stuff isn't solved by the time they get here.
Yeah.
And Janelle just like, she's like, and this is why I said we're going to Maddie's and Caleb's for Thanksgiving. Man.
He made me so uncomfortable when he went like this to her.
Did he do it in this part?
Right,
yeah.
Unless that's coming, but yeah, he got up right up in her face. He was like, and I even backed up.
Whoa!
Yeah. And then he's like, I'm not letting everybody come over here if there's animosity towards me or someone I'm connected to.
I.e. Robin.
Correct. Because didn't even say Robin.
Later on, he did. Yeah, the first time he doesn't say it. He just lets it marinate but he does eventually say it.
So, go ahead, Maria. I took really bad notes because my hand.
I got copious.
My hand is like slightly mangled right now, so like I really could barely write. So I'm gonna let Maria lead this one.
So then he says that he tells Janelle that basically she needs to have Garrison reach out to me and make amends. And I think he also wants them to reach out to Robin as well, and fix all of this.
Well, there was talk of like, them sending Robin not so nice texts. Are we there yet? Or
let's see. Well, we're pretty much there. Let's see.
It was quite a long conversation, right?
It was half the show.
Yeah.
It was.
It was half the show last night.
The boys are very estranged from Cody right now because he's been offended by everything. And this is when he starts talking like the Godfather, or like Janelle starts making it sound like, you've offended me and you've offended the people I'm close to. You must mea culpa. You must apologize and grovel to me. Yeah, he starts getting very Godfather-y at this part. It's like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
So he prepped himself by watching that the night before. Twice.
I want to know what they texted Robin. I want to know what Gabriel and Garrison texted Robin. Can we get them texts? Because I am dying to see what they wrote her.
Well, it sounded like they texted and they called her and basically said, you're destroying our family with your COVID rules. I know you're the one that's making Dad do this kind of stuff. That was the way it sounded earlier in the season. And clearly it's still going.
And then you see Robin. I didn't know that Cody was going to say anything about the text. I'm embarrassed. Like, I love those boys. I wanted to work it out with them. Like, okay, like the second like the text came, Robin was like, Cody, look at this shit. Take care of this.
Yep. She just wants to clear the air.
Because Robin, guys, we should all feel bad for her. She's like just the one that's the innocent victim here, Robin.
Yeah.
All she wanted was a plural family. I don't know why she decided to latch on to a plural family that was already 20 years in. Couldn't you find like
Exactly.
a more youthful
Yeah.
plural family?
Because
Robin?
they've already got a dynamic that is clearly different than the one that she wants. And that's the problem. She's changing the entire dynamic
Yes.
by making Cody the head of household because he never has been before. It was separate, but everybody worked together, but also everybody had a certain level of independence. And he's the one changing the rules now. And there's no way to look at it at this point without thinking that's all influenced by Robin.
And then Janelle's like, I can't believe what I'm hearing about the loyalty and, well, you want to,
yeah.
Well,
I wrote the loyalty stuff down. I got it in there.
Give us the loyalty.
I have someone in my life who was fundamentally loyal to me, who sees me as head of the family. You and I get that if you're loyal to me, right? You and I get to have a good relationship if you're loyal to me. And she's like, basically, when have I not been loyal to you? What are you talking about, bro?
I liked her scrunched face during that. Like she was like,
she was, but
like,
also,
really?
Yeah. But then she sort of smooths it out. Like she doesn't want to give too much away. Like I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm not about to, there's risk in shouting at him, even though she wants to. You got to talk to him like he's a child.
Like if you were me now, if Janelle's like, if the tables are turned and I was Robin, would you be defending me the same way?
Oh yeah, what did he say to that? Oh man, what did he say?
Cody didn't know whether to shit or go blind. He was like, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. He goes, my food's getting cold. Let's eat.
Yes.
No, but he did have something to say, but then it was nasty, and he kind of made a real face. This is maybe when the lean-in was, and he was like, "You and I have been acting like we weren't a married couple for most of our marriage. So basically, why would I be defending you in our marriage when we don't act like married people?"
Yeah, he said you lived the life of a single woman.
He did.
Yes.
Yes.
But I like that she defended herself about it.
If we remember when all this stuff happened with the pandemic and all that, she was the one freaking out about having to do this by herself. She was the one on the phone crying in her room. I remember the Janelle thing being upset because I was like, oh, I feel her pain. Oh my gosh, having to be away. And what am I going to do without my husband here? Remember, I don't know if you guys remember that part. So,
well, yeah, because he was trying to push Garrison and Gabe out at that point, right? And
yes,
well, they were 18,
right?
That's the limit. Except for Robin's kids. Robin's kids can stay until like they're 45. Like if I, I'm 43. If I was Robin's kid, I'd still be in the house, good to go, with a nanny. So,
question.
Go ahead.
How old are Robin's two oldest girls?
Aurora, right? And Briella, are those the two oldest?
Yes, Aurora and Brianna. I think Brianna is still in school, in high school, but maybe she was about to graduate with Isabel. Was it the same year?
Let me see. Robin's
daughter graduated.
Oh, I don't have Aurora's birth date. It was not on the thing I had, but Brianna is 17. She was born in 2005. So
a year behind Isabel.
Okay.
Wonder how that 18-year-old is gonna get kicked out.
She's not gonna get kicked out.
Cody uprooted the whole family, so is it Dayton can go to like not like Flagstaff CC, but like like the 4-year equivalent of Flagstaff CC. It wasn't like it wasn't the University of Arizona or Harvard. It was just like a college that like pretty much anyone can get into. Sorry, no shame towards anybody who goes there, but that's why they left Vegas, so Cody can. They had it so good there. They had it so good in Vegas, and then they moved because Robin's son needed the attention, which isn't even Cody's blood. I know he legally adopted them, but still. And then you wonder why like all the kids hate him.
Yeah, but he's pretty mad about it because they're loyal and they're feeding his ego, and the rest of his kids aren't. So, but Janelle now, she starts responding to the way he was saying that she's like the single woman. And she said, well, I always felt like I had to make my own decisions for me. I thought that was what plural marriage was about, being independent. A long time ago, I was encouraged to be independent. And that's what you did as a plural wife. I'll ask him, and my needs get ignored, right? So I take care of it myself because he ignores anytime she asks for help. So she just became her own, what did she say? I became my own hero and I rescued myself. That's a pretty profound statement. So to me, he's the one that's flipping the script here, not her. She's like, this is the way it's been the whole time. Why is it suddenly a problem now that I am making decisions on my own?
And Janelle's like, we lost something. And she goes, all I hear and all I ever hear is how great Robin is.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cody chimes in and goes, well, maybe this isn't a good fit. What? And that it just doesn't work. It feels like it's unraveling. The ship is sinking. I mean, why did you just spit in her face, Cody, right after it and slap her? I mean, that was pretty hard.
It would have not surprised me if he'd stood up and went, I'm done. I'm done.
In Debbie fashion. I'm done.
Yes.
I'm done.
It's so hard.
Oh, I love everybody.
She should have. I think Janelle does that, on Sunday's episode. She pulls a Debbie, I'm done, in next week's episode.
Okay.
It's
coming.
I'm done.
It's a coming.
No more rest steaks for you. And apples. So speaking of Debbie, we're gonna Addie, have you still been keeping up with Single Life?
Yes.
Has the reunion, part 2 of the reunion was on tonight?
Tonight, yeah. So I won't get to watch it till tomorrow-ish. Or
right, we're gonna have to do the reunion because a lot of people are talking about it. But Janelle says after 30 years of marriage, we can't change how this marriage works, and he's trying to make me out to be somebody that I'm not. I'm never going to be Robin. I never had to be Robin. So why do I have to be Robin now?
Yeah. She thought she was a good wife, Things were great. She was making her own decisions. We were coming together. And it felt like Cody was okay with that. And now he's not okay with it. What is this? Now he wants this. And I can't do that for him. I can't be this thing. I can't be Robin.
He goes, I'm not Cody. I'm not close to Janelle, but I don't want another Christine. I don't want a divorce in my record, man.
He did say that.
He did say that.
Technically, you already have a divorce on your record because Mary divorced you, so you can marry Robin. I know. I mean, right or wrong, he divorced Mary.
He does.
Yes.
So, bitch, you're divorced.
And does he
a divorcee?
And is Christine's even on the record since they are married on the record? So
hey, Maria, we're spiritually married right now. So me and you, by the power invested in me by the Church of John Yates of Seaside Heights, New Jersey, I now declare us spiritually married. So me and you, Maria, are now married.
Okay, but I no longer want to be part of this Church of John Yates. And so
go with God. We are now divorced.
That was a quickie.
Man, not a divorce, man. I'm in so much pain right now. Ow.
Did you find it interesting how often Janelle said, I thought we had a functional marriage? You're my best friend. For her, things were okay until the last year. The last year, things have not been good, right? With COVID
Yeah,
putting.
I'm still like upset that you divorced me so soon. Now I have a divorce.
I did. You divorced me. To be fair, all I said is I no longer wanted to be part of your church. That's all I said.
Like, you can't. You're not as loyal as Cody, so I can't have you around anymore. And Mara is the newest person. Mara, you're the Robin, so you're the homewrecker here, Mara. You're the newest person on this panel. So.
I'm still Janelle. I was Janelle during Halloween, and I'm her again.
In the church of John Yates, I worship you. I kiss the ground that you walk on.
And that's so Maria. Loyal. Listen to Mara. That's how it should be. And
well, you can have that with her. That's not what it's like with me and you. That's just not the way we do it. If you want Robin, be with Robin. But you're getting the Maria package or the Janelle package. I don't
want the divorce on my record, man. But like you all have to follow Robin's lead. And that's it. Look at Robin.
But I've been married to you longer than Robin.
Well, it doesn't matter. Robin's more loyal, and she loves me more, and she does what I say, because I'm the patriarch of this family.
Here's my real problem here is the level of love that Robin and Cody appear to have for each other. Do you really want that with every single one of your wives? Because it feels like too much. Too much. I think some of me need to love a little less.
So then he was good. He should have just gone.
I mean, Janelle seemed okay with it, right?
Yes. Yeah. She was happy.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to be loved to that level. This is fine. It's good. It's good in all aspects. In the bedroom. She didn't say in the bedroom, but that's what she was saying, right? When she said in all aspects.
But Robin just came in like a wrecking ball. That's all.
She came in like a wrecking ball. Yeah, and let's see, Cody, blah 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 blah, and then Janelle's like, "Listen, bitch, Savannah's 17, like she's a senior in high school. I'm a stone's throw away from like being an empty nester."
Yeah,
and and what did she say? Like,
I still have so much affection for Cody.
He's my best friend,
right? But I don't know if it's love.
Do we really think that Cody is Janelle's best friend? Because I don't think that he is. I would say Christine is.
Yes.
Different friendships.
Christine is her person.
Yeah, but like she said, that Cody's the person who she wants to tell things to when she's excited and stuff like that,
She's just feeding his ego.
That's what I thought.
I would agree on that one too.
Yeah, she was just putting the glaze on the donut,
I don't think that she recognized that she was best friends with Christine until this divorce.
Yeah.
I don't think that she saw it that way. It seems like now, and I think that's the problem too, right? Cody's mad that she has, what's the word? Such concern for Christine and not concern for how Cody feels about the divorce.
Yeah.
He's jealous.
Yeah. Man. It's like a knife to the kidneys. Go ahead, Addie.
Yeah, I was going to say that's exactly what I thought it was. A total jealousy. He wants to be loved like she loves Christine. And I noticed that when Christine said in an episode back when she was saying, "You are one of my best friends," I saw right then that's when Janelle realized their relationship. I think in that moment when she said that to her. Christine said to Janelle when they were leaving the house, they were drinking coffee and they were all getting ready to leave. In that moment is when Janelle realized their relationship was that tight. I just kind of felt it in that moment. Like,
right. It's like when they had to say it out loud, it changed everything. Yeah.
Christine said it to her and it was like, you felt it. So
there is some power to saying stuff out loud sometimes. You don't know how you really feel about it until you have to spit it out of your mouth. And then you're like, oh, I really do have feelings about that.
I felt Janelle really held back sobbing tears. Like,
but she got outside,
when the camera was off, I feel like she almost broke down. Or I would.
Christine? You mean when Christine left? Okay.
Yes. I do think that there were scenes where they did have to cut it and had to stop and then come back because she was kind of different in the whole scene as it was being played out. So they had to kind of probably stop and let her catch herself. And then, So, oh yeah, I totally think Janelle, and Janelle also said in that moment, she just realized, I'm alone. And that she was more alone now than she was prior, even though she was probably feeling alone because he was never there. But now she's really alone. And the one she's more upset about being alone from is Christine, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see more from the two of them.
I know.
Okay, let's see. Well, at this point, Cody says, he says, that he says it to us. He doesn't say it to her. He says, it's not safe enough for me to say to her that I'm brokenhearted by the divorce and I need you to help heal me. Are you a strong enough woman to help me heal? So in his mind, he's trying to cling on to Janelle and get her to help him heal from this divorce. Is this the way you do that? I mean, just say it to her. I feel like she would have given him a big old hug and just scooped him into her bosom. But, instead he says all this other garbage that he says. Jeez.
Like what? Like, I don't like having the dogs in the bed.
He does say that.
He pulls out all those little things, the little things that are just going to tick her off.
And like, I hate to side with Cody on something, but like, yeah, Janelle, she shouldn't have gotten the fifth wheel. That was a mistake. I wish Janelle didn't do that, because then like she jumped the gun on the fifth wheel.
Well, I think looking, hindsight's 2020, she would agree with you. She had a different idea of what it was going to be.
No, and I get why she did it. Like we said, like she wanted to roll the dice, and it was either going to like pay off or it didn't. And we've all been there where we make a decision and it either like works or it flops. And in this case, it flopped. And I hate that Cody has that over Janelle, because I want Janelle to be at full firing power, but the fifth wheel, like, it gives a little power to Cody, because you're a single woman. You think singly. You did this, you did that. And the fifth wheel, like, I told you to rent and you didn't want to rent, and
well, but
like,
see,
I've been here.
Her defense to that, though, was that, he didn't help her with the renting, right? He was missing in action. He wanted her to rent, but he didn't do it. He didn't help her. When she brought up the fifth wheel, the RV, he didn't say anything until she'd already done it, and then acted like they had never had a conversation about it, because he just doesn't listen sometimes,
That's also true.
So yeah, it's like you're forcing her to be independent by ignoring her issues and what the situation is and not helping her.
But I give her props for doing it to try to get them to move faster with Coyote Pass, right? Because I think her thing of thinking was, if I get on there and he starts coming out here to see me, we're going to start moving faster. Instead, like, dragging their feet. Either way, they're spending money. Either way. I mean, they can sell the fifth wheel later. I mean,
yes, they can.
So it's not like it's a loss, but she wants to just, let's do this. Let's pay this. Let's get the permits, get the electricity out here, whatever. I'm taking that leap of faith, and unfortunately, it's blowing up on her.
But I think the permits and the electricity, it's like I've been watching like Arrested Development, and it reminds me of like the Bluth, like when he had like the property, and like he didn't have to pave road to it, so it's all this land just sitting there with the houses doing nothing. And I'm like, oh, that's like Coyote Pass. And it looks just like Coyote Pass too. Like there's like the one model house there, like nothing. And I'm like, oh my God, they based this off of Cody Brown, but they didn't, because this is 20 years beforehand. And you'd think Cody would know better, because he should have learned from Arrested Development, and I love Jason Bateman. So then Janelle asks Cody the next question. Well, do you still want the Plural family?
Yeah.
Like, point blank. And I thought Cody was going to say, yes, absolutely. That's my calling. I got the message, And he goes, well, I question it now. What? Did anyone think he was going to say that? I didn't think he was going to say that.
I did not, especially that, 3 weeks ago, when they were all sitting around before Christine left, he was like, we were here to show the world that it works, that, that it can work and we can live like this. And now he's saying, I don't know. Really?
He is just so crushed by Christine, man. So crushed. He's making a mess out of everything because the wives he has left, only one of them. Does he love the way that and is he being loved the way he wants to be loved? That's the real thing. He's being loved the way that he wants, where they are doing his bidding, giving him endless amounts of respect.
Like electrical thing?
And then he goes, I didn't want to divorce my record man again, and kept saying, I don't want divorces. I was like, I'm in the dictionary for successful polygamous marriages. I put polygamy on the map, and look how I've been able to do this for when the show started back in 2010. So they've been at this 12 years. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this show's not ending anytime soon. I don't want it to. I mean, this shit's been as good as the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this season. I feel like I'm watching Erica Jane and the lawsuit every week. I'm like, what's gonna happen now? All I need is Crystal and Garcella be there, and you know what, Cody? But Dorit, oh Dorit, oh Janelle, your RV is so chic. What am I missing?
I did think it was interesting during this scene. Cody asks, can you explain to me why it was easier for you to have a relationship with Christine than a relationship with Robin? That was just such a surprise question to me. I didn't expect that question. I don't think she did either. And she points out that Robin has always separated herself. It's not everybody else doing it. Robin has separated herself from everybody else. And so there's never been the chance to get to know her in the same way. I was kind of thrown by that question.
Which kind of leads me to my feeling I feel like Cody has been actually setting up this scenario that's happening right now, whether he meant to or not, that he has been actively kind of putting roadblocks in the other relationships to get to where I think he actually really, in his heart of hearts, where he wants to be since the moment he met her. And that's to be with Robin. That's just my feeling.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be there, but that's where it just feels it. The way he's saying things like what he said to Christine about I was never attracted to you, and it's like he came to realize that in the moment. Not realize it. I think he knew that. I think it's just he said it. And then this thing with Janelle, now he's giving her that when he says to her, I really don't know, or whatever it was he said about the continuing with polygamy.
Yeah, he has questions. He has questions.
He's setting it up to one by one start to break it down to where he's just with Robin.
But he doesn't see it that way, right? He's like, I'm not quitting. I'm not a coward.
He can't be a quitter.
Leaving.
He can't be a quitter. He could never admit that.
No, it's them. They're the quitters.
No, it's always them. It's never him.
Yes,
the quitters.
It'll all be their fault. He'll have it all mapped out with pinpoints and lines drawn, saying this is what she did and this is what she did over here, and on a pegboard.
Yeah,
made by Robin. Did I say that?
But you say that out loud.
But he's always had a different relationship with each of the wives. Why is he trying to turn them all into the same relationship with Robin now, right? He's always, from jump, really, Christine's always been complaining about the lack of intimacy. And Janelle's like, no, I don't have that. That's not the way it is with me and him, because she doesn't need the same things. And Mary, I don't know what the heck their relationship was like. But
last time Janelle saw Cody inside hers when Savannah was conceived.
I know you believe that, but I don't believe that. I also just don't think she needs it to the same level either, though.
But don't forget, right around then was when Robin came into the picture. There were, Christine was pregnant with Truly, and then. Savannah's a little bit older than Truly. What? Savannah's 17, Truly's 12. So there's a 5-year gap there. I don't know. I just feel like, but I don't think Janelle was like that upset about it either.
I don't think she's that upset.
No.
Yeah. And he's always liked bigger women up until Robin. And Robin's gotten a little meatier over the years, but she's still
look, when he
thinner.
married, because when he married all of them, they were like, skinny. All of them. They all were.
Christine was bigger. She's gotten skinnier.
I would not call them like, big at all when they were younger and first meeting. I wouldn't. I don't think so. Even
Christine, she was a little chubby. I'm not, compared to the other two. And then, yeah, he didn't seem like he minded that Mary, grew a big booty. I'm just saying, it's more, what is it? It's more cushion for the pushing? I don't know. It's
More cushion for the pushing.
more pushing.
I liked yours better. I think we go.
You know how I feel. I feel like you can hit all those magical spots a little bit better when you got a little bit more down there. But that's just my opinion.
Then we're all good.
He also said that when Robin was first introduced, he said that she's not his type normally. That's not normally what he would find attractive. And now he adores that woman and her, I don't know what that face is she makes all the time, but
I tried to do my eyebrows more like I didn't make it this time. I was rushed. I was trying to do the real. I wanted one up here a little bit. No, I was too even with them. I tried.
Well, considering John called me the Robin of the group, next time I'll just do my hockey sticks. All right.
There you go. See, Addie, I know you didn't like Robin's eyebrows as much on this episode, but I liked them a little bit better. They were real smooth, like she got a brand new eyebrow pencil.
But they were really like dancing.
Well, no, when Robin was in the hospital, her fucking eyebrows were on point. I was like, that's what you need, Robin. The hospital brow. When she was in the hospital, Robin's eyebrow game was on point. I was like, well, look at that shit. Her eyebrows look real. They're good. Which we'll get to in a second. Sorry.
We didn't get there yet. Let's see. Not my marriage experience. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Janelle says, I think we're at a very logical place. The kids are leaving. Oh, wow. Maybe you and I should have a better relationship. Cody says, I agree. Janelle's like, good, we agree on that. We should have a better relationship. So it sounds like they're leaving and it's going to be like, okay, we'll both try a little bit harder.
So there's three of you. When do you think the last time Cody penetrated Janelle?
Why do you?
I want to know.
I think he has penetrated her at least one time since they've been in the RV. Wait,
Savannah's
in the RV too.
I don't think the RV at all.
No.
Not with Savannah in there.
Dogs in the bed and the gallons of water they got to shuck up there.
Ever done that?
And the fucking generator. There's no way Cody inserted himself now in that fifth wheel. No way.
No, because at night
maybe Savannah was at school.
You're in an RV.
No way in hell has Cody with the dogs and Savannah and the fucking fifth wheel and the no electricity. Like no, like Janelle probably would have a better shot with some old mountain man coming up and serving her, that way. Like
But maybe because he's so sad about Christine, he just threw one at her.
No. He threw the pity fuck to Robin. That's what he did. No,
poor Robin.
Right. I personally think it's been a long time. Ever since the beginning, I always felt like their relationship was almost like just business based.
Well, Janelle was always like the brain. Like she was like the accountant, like the bookkeeper.
They do it at least twice a year.
Yeah, like, birthday and anniversary.
Yeah, but like they just to me it was just like this business arrangement. I never saw that love in their eyes, right?
Like the passionate love.
Kiss, it was like
But
I
Janelle's
think
always
that's her
been reserved, though,
I think-
and like
Yes,
you know,
that's her
Exactly.
personality. Yeah.
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 No, that's not Janelle. It's not really any of them. Like, definitely not Mary.
I
Like,
get
maybe
her.
Christine. Well, probably Christine and Robin. And I think that's why he's so butthurt about Christine, because, you know, Christine was probably the only one giving it to him on a regular. But then Christine,
Trying to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think.
How
The
long's
one
it
to
been
ask-
for Mary?
I think Obama was in
Years.
office last time.
I think
No,
you're probably right. I think you're probably right.
The one to ask about
Oh,
that
for
is
Mary,
Savannah.
Reagan was in office last time. He gave it to her.
Savannah's the one to ask. She's the one that would be laying there with the motorhome or whatever you want to call it, going. If it
But it's self-leveling. It's self-leveling.
be the one to know.
Level, not level. Level, not level. Level,
Probably
not
tell you
level.
the time and date to the minute.
Terrible.
Cody
Yeah.
could be giving it to her, going level,
Yeah.
level, 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 level.
It's like Ross. Pivot. 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 Pivot.
Oh my god.
Oh, all right. So where are we?
We are it's been 20 months since COVID began, and we are now at Robin's house.
The Corona apocalypse.
Dun, dun.
Indeed.
You know, and like this poor family, poor Robin, their family, like after all the stringent rules of wiping down mail and wearing hazmat suits to Publix, and you know, just really doing whatever they can on top of CDC guidelines, adding their own set of like brown guidelines. And the fun part was Janelle was like, you know, as I recall, Christine and Mary never even got COVID at all.
Right?
And now
Yeah.
this is their second time.
Christine, too. She was like, yeah, we weren't as strict and we didn't get it.
It's like we went to Jersey for Isabel's thing, and we went here, we went there, and like
I also
we don't
have not
follow
gotten
any of
COVID.
the rules.
Me neither.
Like, we're
Knock on
good.
wood.
I've had it once.
I'm knocking on wood with you, Maria. No,
We got it here. We had all the stuff, so we were good. It was kind of like, oh, I feel horrible. Oh. But it wasn't Robin level.
It wasn't Robin level.
So I'm gonna jump to like Gabriel's part right quick, because
Okay.
Gabriel, because I want to go back to Robin's house, but like kind of like in the middle of it, Gabriel has his like moment, and that was heartbreaking.
Oh,
you know,
I cried.
God, like
I did.
I'm no joke. I was crying on this when I was watching that, like
I
with
did.
Gabriel, because that was so heartbreaking. And you know, he was talking about like how he had a conversation with his dad on his birthday, and I would do the same thing if I were Gabriel. Like, you know, it was his birthday and he was talking to him, and Cody was like, you know, this about the Rona and do this and do that, and no happy birthday, son, or whatever. So Cody completely forgot Gabriel's birthday. And, you know, my last birthday with my grandmother, and it's, you know, my grandmother had gotten cancer, and she was sick and she wasn't in her head, but she had forgotten my birthday. And that's why I think I was crying, because like, you know, she forgot my birthday, my last birthday with her. And not that I knew, like I understood, and I was never mad at her for that, but like, you know, I was doing her grocery shopping with her that night, and she's like, oh, come over and have dinner tonight. We'll get McDonald's or something like that, because she wasn't in the mood to cook, you know, because she was sick. And I was like, I can't. And she was like, why? And I'm like, because tonight's it's my birthday and I'm going out and whatever. But so I felt like his pain, although like I was never mad at my grandmother for it, but I get like when someone forgets your birthday, and like, you know, also I'm not one of 19 kids. But it sucked. And then Gabriel goes on to say that, I guess Cody caught himself a couple hours later, or maybe Janelle called him and said, "You motherfucker, you forgot his birthday, and you need to make this right." And I see that happening, and he called him back, "Oh, happy birthday," and
he didn't accept that phone call though.
And he hasn't talked to him since, and I probably wouldn't have either.
No.
And that's also on top of the fact, like that last. You remember last season, like when Cody was there at Janelle's when they sold the house, and the camper was there, and he was yelling at them. It was like Janelle and Gabriel and Garrison, and there was like that big fight last season. So it was already like muddied and bad.
Yeah, but in Cody's mind, he was reaching out to Gabe to get his advice, right, about COVID, because it's been going on for, I don't know, maybe they're in day 3, 4, 5, I don't know, of COVID, and he was just like, "What was it like for you?" And just that's all he's talking about is what he's dealing with. It just completely misses,
like that narcissistic me.
Yeah.
And then a couple hours later, "Oh, happy birthday, kiddo." No.
Yeah, I'll take you out for I'll take it for ice cream, but he wouldn't, because Gabriel has the girlfriends, and like God forbid, he's exposed to COVID because he has to go back to Robin's house, the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, he, like you said, John, he had to be reminded. I'm sure when he hung up from the phone, he didn't go, "Oh, I remembered what today was." It was not on his mind in the moment, which, if you're sick, okay, fine. But yeah.
He was reminded.
You would think that someone would have on like their iPhone or their calendar, like, "It's so-and-so's birthday, call them."
Yeah.
When you
That's
have
what happened.
this many kids and this many grandkids now, because he's got he's got a good amount of grandkids now. And if it's not involved with Robin, if it's got nothing to do with Robin, Cody doesn't care.
It's terrible.
And that's a lot of what Janelle gives that impression, that's her feeling, what John just said.
Yeah.
I think we might need a poll, because I'm going to say something.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get you. Wait, okay.
I'm going to say something, and they're going to say, "John, that's too much, and you're wrong," but who cares? So, who thinks? God, I even feel bad saying this out loud, but do y'all think that Robin was as sick as she was? Or was Cody doing this to, "Oh my God, let's make people feel bad for Robin with this whole Rona situation. Let's make people feel bad for Robin because Robin is that most hated person. Let's try and turn the table so people feel bad." Because it was very odd to me, Robin, she looks sick, right? And then she goes into this big song and dance about, I don't want to say song and dance, but whatever. That I don't know if I'm ever going to see my kids again.
That part was certainly dramatic. I mean, you could tell at a minimum she had the shortness of breath, but
hey, Maria, I can talk like that too. I'm just sitting here in the hospital, and all my EKGs came back positive, and and then Cody's in the car. Well, I could have, Robin's in there, and I'm sitting outside, and I could have checked myself in too, because I had the Rona too. Well, Cody, if you felt that you had it, you should have went inside.
Yeah, then he's like, "Well, but am I, I'm not as sick as other people, so maybe I shouldn't
take a bed away from somebody else who's maybe sicker." Oh, that was a martyr.
Like, how sick? Yeah, are you sick or you're not sick? Which one is it, bro?
I because the way they put it out there, I thought Robin was gonna die. I'm like, oh my God,
Well, the kids did too. I mean, unless they were all in on that, but
But
the
they
two
didn't
girls.
admit her. Like she was there. They took an EKG and an X-ray, and everything was perfect.
They sent her home and said, "You're."
Well, they could tell she had COVID. You know, like she did have COVID, because you can see that on. My sister is an
She didn't have COVID.
No, she did.
Remember,
yeah, you can
she
see
tested,
it.
but she didn't test for it.
Right. I'm thinking she had, what was it? Was Omicron the one that was hard to test positive for if you did nasal swabs? So you had to swab your throats instead.
Well, let's not forget. Well, Robin was in the ER there. Her eyebrows looked pretty good. The best they ever looked. Just to say it. And maybe it's my total disdain for Robin. But I felt like that was a move to make people feel EJ's Nana ER. You know, I felt like that was a move for people to feel bad for Robin.
Cody's 1 degree above normal temperature.
I know.
Oh my God, he was like, "Listen, guys, what's normal? 98.6 is normal, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm 98.7."
Yeah, but they tell you if you're 90, what is it, 99? Or he was 98 point whatever. But I'm 99. If you're 99.4, they tell you to go. That was what they were saying at the beginning of that.
Oh,
yeah. So he was 99.8. So he was over the thing. Oh yeah.
I just feel like if you
did he
can
run it under
breathe,
hot
don't
water
go. Stay home.
beforehand?
It was.
Second on the line.
Even like
He
when I
had
was
the
a
heat
kid in
on.
school and we had the thermometer, and like if my temperature like wasn't 100 or above, it could have been 99.9. My grandma would have said like, "You're going to school."
Yep.
You know, like that's it. Like but oh my God, I just took it. I'm 99.8. Like, see, I'm sick. No, you don't have 105. You're not in a bathtub singing Ice Cubes, bitch. You're like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Ah.
I just want to say I feel it was I don't know if I want to say ironic. I don't know if that's the right word, but they did all of this stuff for 20 months. And what happens? They still got it. So looking back 20 months ago, I mean, you know, of course, everybody right at the time was isolating. But when people started like coming back out of their caves, you know, they were still hiding. And now it's just so ironic that they get it.
Yeah, like the kids like praying for like their dying mom.
Yeah.
I struggled. I
struggled.
That I did. You know, I don't know if I'm ever gonna see my mom again. You know, and then you have like, was it Aurora or Brianna? That's like living in the basement.
Oh, Aurora's in the basement. Aurora's
like, you know, has access, you know, and then thank God Aurora was self-quarantining within Robin's house in the basement, you know, and she has to come upstairs and with her mask on 10 feet away. Well, there's like 8 million of you in Robin's house, first off, but okay. 10 feet away. And I miss you guys. Like,
come on.
I felt the whole, like the first half of this episode was like good shit between him and Janelle. And the second half with this whole Robin, Rona, whatever, it was like a ploy to be like, no guys, Robin's great. And love her. And like, I'm sorry.
I'm with
I
you.
did feel that. Yes, I felt that.
Hey, Johnny.
Just go stay at Mary's house.
Yeah, why is no one at Mary's house?
Just go over there.
Find an elevator and shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah, Aurora could have gone over there. She tested if she stayed positive. She could have just gone over there. And
why wasn't Aurora in the fifth wheel?
What'd you say, John?
Why wasn't Aurora in the fifth wheel?
Because she's one of Robin's kids.
Right?
You know, it's safe over at Janelle's. It's just Janelle and Savannah. And the dogs.
At Mary's, and if Mary and Robin are such best friends, why didn't she pack her bags and say, I'm going to stay with my other mom, who has nobody in the house?
Exactly.
And then you have Mary, like, remote from, like, her rental.
Aerial shots, right? Drone shots of her house.
Hey, she's in the trees. She's in the trees.
Poor old Mary, Mary like gets her 30 seconds of screen time. Oh yeah, I called and texted Robin. But I wanted to let them know I'm there for this. So why wasn't Aurora at Mary's in Boo Radley's not that tree that Mary lives in? It's very big, clearly, because we saw the inside of Mary's rental for the first time ever. Looked very cluttered, but it's okay. But Mary was very concerned for Robin.
Right. Their phone calls were, you could tell she was struggling. But they just had to have Mary say something, I guess, because she's not connected.
We had to get our 30 seconds of Mary. Come on.
Yeah. Because what did she add to the story? Nothing. Oh, yeah, I talked to her on the phone. She definitely was sick. Okay, great.
Thanks, Mary, for your 30 seconds of airtime, as every episode you've had. Wonder what Mary's paycheck is this season. Is it just like a $20 gift certificate to Burger King? Here's get yourself a couple of Whoppers and good luck. What is Mary getting paid for this season of Sister Wives? I want to know.
I wonder if she gets paid per episode, and that's why they have to get her to say something each episode, even though she's not part of the storyline
at all.
Just so you can get her in, so she can get her paycheck for that episode.
And if you notice, Christine was barely on this one. Christine only had a couple of lines this episode.
Yeah, and she didn't need them either, really. So,
I just felt like I don't know. I didn't believe any of the whole. And then Robin comes home. The kids were saying goodbye to her, and then Robin's like, I didn't want to say goodbye to my kids because my eyebrows aren't ready, and I don't know if I was ever gonna see him again. And
so dramatic when there are people literally going to the hospital because they might not come home. Just so over dramatic about it.
But that's kind of the whole point, right? They had been living the most dramatic way during COVID because they've been so scared of it. So they think, of course, that's what's going to happen is I'm going to die. We're watching Cody, get worse and worse. After Robin gets back, he gets worse and he gets depressed. And because he's not sleeping and he's being all weird and everybody's starting to get concerned because he's acting a little, he's no longer full of perpetual sunshine.
Right? Oh my gosh. I mean, you would have thought he was dying because he wasn't all his bubbly, energetic self. Yeah. Come on. Who is when they're sick? Sorry.
Well, not only that, but I haven't seen him be perpetually happy this whole season.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him perpetually happy.
I mean, I've seen him. He used to skip around like a ding dong in Vegas sometimes, but that was about it,
Yeah.
He kind of came out in that one dancing episode.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
The best part about this is that we never have to see a Brown family choreographed dance ever again. No more birthday parties where the Brown parents make a dance, and then you see Janelle in the back just trying poor Janelle always hated it. But
yes,
he's
why are you making me do this?
Yes, Wicked Wisdom
no
says no
flash mobs, no, none. 0.00 flash mobs.
The way he dances is so terrible.
Well, it was in the early seasons when he went
I think it was every wedding ever.
Yeah.
Really?
I think it was at Robin's and his wedding. I think he did.
Well, listen, Brittany, Cody and Robin were knocking at death's door this episode. I don't know about y'all, but I was like doing rosaries for them because I didn't know if they were going to make it. I was like, dear God, Jesus, please. Like, how many Hail Marys do I have to say to make sure that Cody and Robin make it? Because they're the real,
we should have all went to the church and lit a candle. I mean,
I
for heaven's sakes.
I did. Because you forget, my house is the Church of John Yates. So I lit a candle here.
This is true.
You guys had a real different response to me.
Perpetual lighting of candle service there.
I just kept eating my bowl of Cocoa Pebbles. I was just I was unbothered.
Here. So I lit a candle, as praise, and and thankfully, because I am the reverend of my own house and my religion, that everything worked out. And I will wait for my thank you letter from Cody and Robin, because if it weren't for me, they wouldn't have pulled through. So that's on them. I'll wait. It's cool.
Well, he did pull through. He fought it. He beat it. He beat it. That sounds weird. He said, I fought it. I beat it. I'm not running from it anymore. I don't want to social distance anymore. It's pissing me off.
Man. Man.
Oh yeah. So now we know he's no longer going to. They're not going to do that anymore. Now they can go out and be amongst the.
They are done.
There's and like based off that. Listen, it was the end scene. It was Halloween, and Cody dressed up as King Tut, and Robin was Cleopatra, and like they're so over the social distancing that like Ari and Solomon went trick-or-treating, guys, and like they're like, yeah, our kids are going trick-or-treating this year, and it's to the 4 doors in our household. Those poor kids.
Why did they not at least go to Mary's house? You know what I mean?
Those poor kids.
Terrible.
Could you imagine knocking in the front door? Hi, Mom. Can you give me some candy? And it's like you're getting the same candy, and then you go to the screen door on the sliding glass door on the side, and you knock, and it's like the same bag of candy that you get. Then you go to like the back door, and it's the same bag of like candy that you get. And then who was in the car?
I think Aurora was in the car.
Yeah.
Same.
Trunk or treating
with the same bag of candy. Wait, Rick Wisdom. Ooh, super chat. So Robin's in the hospital gasping for air, but still wears a mask and no oxygen. Well, I know you just joined, Wicked, but listen, she was in the hospital. Her eyebrows were plucked for the first time ever.
They were not drawn on. They were her natural brows.
Plucked and nice and even and neat. And like I said, it's so hard.
It's making me hold my breath.
I know.
I can feel it in my chest.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna see my kids. When you see her giant purse there next to her,
yes,
you see like the giant bag she brought into the hospital on top of it.
That's smart. That's smart. Got an extra pair of underpants in there just in case. I don't know.
That was her just in case the Rona got me in the hospital bag.
Yes.
Sort of like a pregnancy.
I can't bash her for that, because when I do go to the emergency room and I'm extremely ill, I do have stuff laid. I don't take it with me, but I have stuff laid on my bed in case I get admitted. Then my parents can just bring it for me. But we're talking about the show. And we're talking about a dying mother here.
Yes, and we're also and we
dying mother.
There are people who did lose people during this time, but in this case, that is not what was happening.
Right?
This was all
What
some
did
of
I
us
do?
You said she was a dying mother.
No, I was just saying
No,
that-
Mara, we're pointing at you. You said she was a dying mother. Like, yeah, right, right there.
But John. Oh
Oh no!
I-
It hurts me.
I'm okay. They're gonna send me home.
Somebody get the towel.
High five. High five.
Hold on, I have Robin live from the hospital. Hold on, give me 1 minute.
Oh,
I'm afraid of what we're about to get. What are we
I
gonna
know, right?
It's terrible because I really do feel it in my chest when they start talking like that. Like,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even get it.
You want to
No.
breathe for them. It's like watching somebody have a child, right? And they're like push, and you're like,
it does mess with you. It you know, but it does. When you have it, it's like, oh, good Lord. Especially if you already have problems remembering to breathe in the first place. So every time I'm in the hospital, it's like the nurses are like, ma'am, breathe. Oh,
yeah,
it's a thing.
Colin got it twice, and the second time he said the biggest problem, because him and his girlfriend both had it at the same time, was that they were both getting very sassy. That's what he said. Being trapped together, they were getting sassy. So.
I don't know if the Browns were ever, got the stuff to help them get through it, if you ever got it type of stuff, but we did, and it did help.
No,
I will tell
too.
you. I will tell you. I got my booster, and I live with my mom and my stepdad and help my mom out, and they both got it, and I'm in the same household, and I didn't get it. And all I said was, they had to get what I got the booster for, because I did, wear a mask to the kitchen and stuff, but
Yeah.
I wasn't too scared.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know if they were even, had the vaccines by then. I have no idea.
At the 20 months, they definitely did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had it for the first year.
Because
So yeah, the idea, but my understanding is that they are not vaccinated, which is nuts. As afraid as they were, go get vaccinated. They were too, I don't know.
There's a lot of stuff with that whole thing, but yeah, I mean, so we've all had our, people we've known and stuff like that, and so at first, when I was first watching it,
Do you have a hospital gown too? I wasn't ready.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
Catch my breath.
It's okay, Georgie. No, it's okay,
Georgie's so afraid. He's never gonna see me.
Oh my God.
And it's hard with the kids, but
Georgie looks concerned.
It's okay, Bobby. Georgie.
He's like, what is happening?
I've been in the hospital 7 hours, and I can't breathe. But the chest x-rays are great, and the EKG is fine, so I'm going home. Praise Cody.
Holy shit.
My poor son. So worried. So worried. He thought he was never gonna see me again. So look.
Yeah, Georgie, your timing is perfect.
Oh man.
Thank you, Mel B.
Mel B, thank you. It's all about the children. And my little boy, he was so worried.
Oh.
And this is, listen, I'm in my hospital gurney. It's, you know, I'm sick. So, you know, it wears nice though. And by the way, this is a new look for the summer. You can find this on my Sister Wives closet for just like $149.99. Flare.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so flattering.
You could just like, you know, hey, is this a poncho, a hospital girl? I don't know. What's up? Your kids will love it. So,
thank you, Brittany.
That was beautiful.
Don't mind my eyebrows, except they look spot on for the first time ever. You know, but poor Robin, because listen, I know that we were all going through it, because I know me personally, I was like, I was praying. In the short 15-minute segment, I must have said 45 rosaries. You
That's
know,
impressive.
I went to church, I lit 10 candles, because, you know, Robin was sick, y'all.
And so was Cody. Changed his whole personality.
Very sick. So, and she went home. Thanks to our prayers.
Yeah. They didn't even, I feel like they would have told us if they gave her, you know, a magical dose of something. They didn't say. So
epinephrine? Like what
I don't know what they were giving people.
What they give you, like when, like, is it epinephrine, like when, like, you like have like a seizure, or like when your heart
epinephrine's for like an allergy, you know, where you well, no, yeah, an allergy. So if your lungs start, you know, if your bronchioles start closing up, I mean, from an allergic reaction, yeah, you take an EpiPen. So no, it wasn't that. What is it? What was it? I want to say interferon. It was, I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but there's something that they were giving people that worked pretty well to reduce your symptoms if you had, you know, symptoms with COVID.
What, the monoclonal antibodies?
Well, were they handing those out to everybody?
Yeah.
Or that was something else.
Yeah, my mom got the monoclonic antibodies.
Okay.
Listen, and her hair was all askew.
I know, right?
Like, did you see Robin? Like, were not all your hearts breaking for her?
No, I just kept eating my Cocoa Pebbles. I was fine.
Well, I'm a good Catholic man, and I was just saying, like, whatever prayer. I was even saying, like, bless us, O Lord, for these thy gifts which we're about to receive through all bounty through Christ our Lord, amen. Like, whatever prayer I could throw out there for Robin. The blessing, yea, though I walk through the shadow of no fear, I seek no hunger.
Close enough.
Rub, dub, thank you for the grub.
And again, guys, my Sister Wives closet. It's your classic turn on a hospital gurney / poncho. It's got pockets. You could put like a pack of cigarettes in there, or a small prayer book. You know, it's just fun. It's frisky. It's good for those good Flagstaff like summers and winters. So yeah, and the sad part is I can't figure out how to put this on the right way. It's got buttons that I don't know how you're supposed to clasp, but yeah, this
Probably
is the
under your
prototype.
armpit or something obnoxious.
This is the prototype, but yeah, again, this will be on my Sister Wives closet for $184.95. So it's, there's the pocket right there. It's just fun.
That's a beautiful print.
Right? It's your classic hospital print with a sister wife spin on it.
Robin doesn't sell her clothes, according to Gwen. Her daughters do the work. That's why
yeah,
they're really
Oh,
home
can I
all
put it on
day.
backwards? Oh wait, there's strings over here. Oh wait, hold on. It can also be used as a smock if you're an artist. Or a bib.
Do you really not know how to put these
I
on?
have no idea. And you would think as many times I've been in the hospital, I would know how to put this motherfucker on, but I just don't know. Yeah. And this was from Cody's stay at the hospital. He brought this home, and I'm like, "Did you steal like the hospital thing?" He's like, "No, they gave it to me, but like I was allowed to wear my regular clothes, so why the fuck was I gonna put this on?" And I'm like, "Well, you're right." So there's
I
that.
don't know. That's
Now you
weird.
got one in case you need it later. In case you
Right,
need to
Georgie?
be in bed with your my sick day.
I didn't know how to put that shit.
Oh,
on.
no,
I didn't know how to put that. It was folded, and they said, "Here you go." And I was going to put it on, and then I was like, "I can't put this on." They're like, "Okay, well, with COVID and everything else, we can't help you do it." I said, "Well, then here," and I rolled it up and I threw it on the chair. And she goes, "Well, when you go down for all your, tests that I had to take and the ultrasounds, MRIs, all that other shit." They're like, "You have
There's
to
just
wear the
strings
gown."
in places
I
and
said,
buttons.
"Oh, okay. I'll go into the bathroom and I'll strip down to my underwear." I said, "And I'll just drape this over me." They're like, "How about we just put you just in a blanket?"
Well,
We'll
no,
just
you were
put
allowed
in a
to. You were allowed
blanket."
to wear your regular clothes.
But not
So,
when I did my testing because of the metal.
but I'm talking about
belts
like
and
when like I was like when I was in the room.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
Cody.
Yeah.
So like
I
he's
said,
like,
"So I'm gonna bring this home." I said, "I'm going to be a Walking Dead patient for Halloween."
well, no, he said like what do we do with this? I'm like, oh,
But I still
I'm
couldn't
sure
even
we'll
button
find
it.
a use for it at some point. And today is that day.
Today.
Today is that day.
It was gonna be my Halloween costume, but I still could not figure out how to button it up. So I'm like, whatever. It
Oh,
could
my
be a
bangs
little
are all-
blanket.
Oh, my bangs are all ruined
It's a
now.
tiny little blanket.
Ugh,
Good. They look good. It's fine.
it's hard. I have shine on my head like that. It's all natural. I like it. See, look, what? Hey, no more product. So, well, he did have listen, he was sick. 99.8, guys.
He was
That's
a
like-
4.4 over that whole thing. He was.
That's like meningitis level. Like, I don't know how you guys weren't all
Get
like
trouble.
singing like nearer to God IV for him. Oh my God, I just pulled that song out of my ass. But yeah, is there anything else we need to say, Georgie?
Well, after he got over COVID, he did take a drive by Christine's house and had another
did.
emotional breakdown.
He did. And like he said, man, I never want to see Christine's house. I've actually been sick, and now like my lung is hurting me right now. Get the gurney back out, Cody. I'm saying,
I'm sick.
he never wanted to think about Christine again. He never wanted to see her again. He never wanted to drive by the house again. But I did a drive by past Christine's. Because why?
It's just what you do in Flagstaff.
Because he's just not dealing with Christine leaving very well. He's experiencing grief. So he's just torturing himself. But he also started, while he had COVID, he started looking through his phone at pictures of his family and realized he's not been living and that he is going to lose all of this because of how ridiculous he's been since COVID. It's like everybody's been shouting this at you. Your children have been shouting it at you.
So he's gonna be
He
down
finally
to
wakes up.
one wife and a stalker. That's it. Because he wants nothing to do with Mary.
Hey,
So
Jen.
Mary is pretty much a stalker at this point because she ain't going nowhere. So that's a stalker.
Mary's living in Burrally's tree.
And he's only married to Robin, so he's got one wife and a stalker now. That's it.
Well, I gave your point about like divorce being on his, and Cody was the one. My Cody with a C. was the one. He was like, "Wait, didn't he divorce Mary?" And I'm like, "Yes, he does have a divorce on his record, and that's a legal divorce. Not like not like, oh, you missed it. I married Maria and divorced her during this live.
So you have another divorce?
Well, no, I've never been divorced at all. I
thought you had two. Good God, I don't even know you.
No, I've only been married to you.
I don't even know you.
So
you think anybody else would marry this one? Heck to the no.
Please, they were knocking down my door. Are you kidding me? Yeah. So in the time of this live, I've been spiritually married and divorced, and you missed it. So just filling you in.
Judging by the hair, it looks like you have been twice.
Again.
He's a Harrist.
He's a Harris, is what he is.
I can throw on a wig and that's fine.
Like late at night, Cody like takes my bangs and he puts them on his head, and he that's what he does. He puts my bangs on his forehead, and he's like, "Oh, that's how it looks."
I thought it was your pubic hair.
Oh my God! Okay, enough. This is a good Christian show. I have my cat involved in everything. But
I glad that wig is gone.
Oh, good. Sorry, just to fix this. There we are. Is there anything else that we need to address?
Oh my God, the white hair. We need to address the white hair.
Listen, I'm a chicken.
Can I pull some of this out?
No, you'll pull a hair from hair.
Might not have one side to my hair.
You pull out half my hair.
We'll be twinsies.
Is it salt and pepper?
Oh no, it's not salt and pepper. It's mostly salt.
Georgie's leaving. Oh no, he's not. Oh, he is. There he goes. There he is. He's ready.
He said, "No, you ain't pulling my hair."
Georgie's he's done. My poor son. He I was at that store. And thank God for him. Now he's fighting with hope. So I think we're good, right? Let's leave it at that, because I'd like to do an after show. And on the after show, I wanted to play a couple of the TikToks that Cody's children are leaving.
Ooh.
So I'm going to set that up. What time is it? It's 10:45. So let's do that for, listen, it's Christmas time. Should we end it like in a gospel prayer or something? Or like a,
what makes a prayer gospel? I don't know.
It's the season of giving.
What do you got?
We're giving.
Yes.
Love you, Jen.
Hark the angels sing.
Yes,
like all that
giving.
good stuff. Mar, are you okay? Did you just suffer like Robin? Are you okay?
I did. I couldn't breathe.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to see
you
you're back home now.
Wait, before you go,
But I'm home now.
One thing.
I'm gonna dress up for Halloween now. Excuse me.
Perfect.
Be Cleopatra. Don't forget.
One thing.
Cody wants to interject one thing before we.
I have to say, when Robin was in the hospital bed.
Oh God.
I pointed it out right away. Her eyebrows look just fine. They were perfectly
Yeah, we
fine.
covered that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't in here. I didn't hear.
That's what happens when you're on the phone talking to somebody when I'm live.
Well,
See?
I'm sorry that I actually have to talk to family members.
That's what happens.
I still have to work behind the scenes.
But yeah, we did
so
cover
we all
that.
agree that her spray paint eyebrows are horrible, and TLC.
No, her eyebrows actually looked good when she was in the
know.
hospital.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're her natural ones are good.
Which look just fine.
Christ be to God. Blessed be. Peace be with you.
I know what we should sing.
What?
Making your way in the world today.
Takes everything you got.
Taking a break from all your worries.
Sure would help a lot. Aren't
Wouldn't you like to get away?
Do.
Sometimes you wanna
Gotta go where everybody knows.
knows
Okay, can we
your
just
name.
stop this butchering?
Da, 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 da. And they're always glad you came.
Ba,
Dun,
ba,
dun,
ba.
dun,
You want to go where people know. People
You're
are
all the
always
same. You want to
You
go
wanna go
where
where
everybody
everybody
knows
knows
your
your
name.
Let's all hug. What's this fun? How do I get everybody?
I like to say that's for you, Kirsty, but I'm not going to do you that injustice. So, but we're thinking about you, Kirsty, and yeah, I'm gonna set up the after show. Give me like we're gonna do some TikToks of the brown kids because I can't play them on a monetized live, but I can play them on an after show. So that's what we're gonna do. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a blast.
Always, I love it.
So give me like 10 minutes. It's 10:48. I'll set up for 11. Okay, after show. We're gonna
Perfect.
continue on with the Browns, and I might be sicker. I don't know.
Don't be sicker.
I got to go check on my.
You're already hurt. Fucking hurt.
We don't know. So it's the after show for like the middle tier, which is 90 Day Fiance and up. And we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
So for the
This has been
the
a-
sickest tier.
This has been a blast.
Yes, it has.
And I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.